today's topic that which we are going to discuss about is role of Tableau in data science. So the agenda of this webinar session is to understand what is data science. I mean, which is like a basic knowledge of what is data science and why and what is Tableau and why we use Tableau in the data science. Okay, so these are the basic things that which we are going to see, and also I'll be giving some introduction on Tableau, and I'll be giving a quick demo with the sample data which is present in the Tableau. Okay, along with that we will also be looking into the different versions of Tableau that which we have, and also what kind of charts that which we can be created using Tableau. Along with that, for freshers and also for students, we will also be explaining, I'll also be explaining what is the career path with Tableau and what are the opportunities that which we get. So first, we'll get into what is data science. Okay, so data science is a concept to unity statistics. Okay, so instead of me reading the slide, what are the data which is present in the slide, I'll just give you with an example. Okay, so for example, let's say that you are everyone during this COVID time, everyone will be in your home and you guys will be watching many YouTube videos and many videos in YouTube's. Okay, so but you ever wondered that based on how we are getting some suggestions in the YouTube, I mean, what are the videos that you are watching? Have you ever wondered that how you are getting the suggestions? So here is how it is done using the help of data science. Okay, with the help of data science only, this YouTube, all the videos has been recommended videos has been coming. Okay, so how it comes is it reads based on whatever the video that which you're watching. Okay, it will have a history of whatever the videos that you have watched. Along with that, what it does is like it just takes all the data that whatever the history videos that which you have watched, and based on that, data science will provide you a better suggestions. If let's say that if you're watching a video based on Tableau, okay, and for that you will be getting some other suggestions saying like you can also watch these kind of Tableau videos also. Okay, so that is what is data science. Okay, so next I'll explain you more on that. Okay, so using this data science, you can able to predict, and also you can able to inference an outcome. Okay, so which is nothing but what I said earlier. So based on the video that you are watching, you can able to predict, I mean, data science could able to predict, okay, these are the videos that which he is willing to watch, so those videos can be shown. Okay, so that is one of the that is one of the way. And not only YouTube, if you are watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, or else let's say even in website of Amazon, when you are watching any when you are browsing any product or anything, at the time also you will get different suggestions. I mean, like let's say like some suggestions with the lower price, and those things also will be coming up. So with this help, with this data science, we can able to get some better decisions. I'm just explaining the same thing over here again. Okay, so let's say that this is you, and let's say that whatever the data which you have analyzed, or else let's say the same YouTube videos that which you have watched. Okay, so those things will be stored as a data. Okay, so each and every video you will be having like a data that which will be getting stored in the backend. So what data science does is, or let's say we ourselves do, the concept that which we do is like we analyze all the videos or else the data that what you watch, and based on that we provide the decision. BI is nothing but business intelligence, which is the analysis part which I have explained it in the previous chat. Okay, so data analysis is nothing but an interactive process that helps us to get closer to the solution. Okay, so which is nothing but which it will help us to understand the data, where we can analyze all the data. So let's say that you have like 100 data, you can able to just have a quick look and you can say like, okay, these are the people that who has worked more. So in the same way, let's say that if you have millions of data, okay, so it is not possible for you to just have a look at all the data and to analyze the data. So for that reason, we are using business intelligence over here. So what it does is like all the data that which you have, you can able to collect all the data, and you can make it as a chart or else as a table, a pivot table, or however that you need, you can able to create it, and from there you can analyze it and provide it to the concerned person, or to your understanding also you can do it. Everyone says it as business intelligence, business intelligence. So what is business intelligence? So business intelligence is nothing but a combination of three things. Okay, one thing is a database, and other one is a ETL, and the third one is a visualization. So database is nothing but a database where it stores all the data. For example, let's take it SQL, Oracle, or even Hadoop. So all these are MongoDB. So all these are databases. And ETL is nothing but extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, so which is nothing but the data which we will be extracting from the database is extraction, and T is nothing but transformation. So you might have 100 columns, or let's say like 200 columns, and you don't need all the 200 columns for your analysis. Or else, let's say you are looking for a sales product, or okay, or else you are seeing a product and its sales, what are the sales that has happened for the past 1 year or 2 year. So for that, what you need is you would be looking only for the month and also the sales, how much it got sold, and what is the profit that which you have received. So these are the things that which you are looking for. And let's say that you will be having, for each customer you will be having the customer name, their contact number, their email address, all those details, but you don't need those things. So for those things, what you can do is, using the transformation, you can exclude what are the unwanted columns, and what are the columns that you needed, you can able to take that, and you can make some calculations also in the transformation. And the third one is the loading. Loading is nothing but loading the data. So when we are extracting the data, so the transformation will be done, right? After that, it needs to put the output result in some other place, right? So that is where the loading comes in. So either you can put it in an Excel file, or else you can also put it once again in the database itself in a separate table. Okay, and the third one is the visualization. Visualization is, as I told you earlier, so whatever the data that which you have extracted, it is not easy for us to analyze and confirm these are the months that when the product has been sold high. So that is not possible. So for that reason, we are using the visualization. Tableau. So what is Tableau and why we are using it? So as I mentioned you earlier in the BI, okay, so the analysis part. So in the analysis part is where the Tableau comes in. Okay. So what is Tableau is nothing but it's a BI tool which will be easy for creating visualization and to analyze the data. Okay. So and it also supports nearly like more than 20 plus data sources. Data sources is nothing but what are the data that which you are loading. So for example, you can load Excel, or you can also load which is a structured data. And let's say if you have XML, which is an unstructured data, you can also load that too. And you can also connect to multiple different data sources like HANA, I mean, which is like AWS HANA DB, or also SQL database or Hadoop database. So whatever the database that you want, you can able to connect it with Tableau. Okay, and it is also, when comparing to other tools, okay, along with Tableau, there are some more major competitor BI tools like Power BI, which is created by Microsoft, and there is another product called Spotfire. Spotfire is nothing but it's another product which was created by TIBCO. Okay, so Tableau is also created by same Tableau. Okay, so these are the major three products that which is present as of now, and which is going at in a high level. And sorry, I forgot to mention about Click also. Click is also one of the major products for the BA analysis. Okay, so in this, Tableau is most likely like a user-friendly tool. Okay, so I'll show you when I get into the demo session. Okay, so next thing, this is just an introduction. Okay, but you will not understand why Tableau, why it is becoming as a, why Tableau is a major tool that which every organization is going for. Okay, so let me go for a test case. Okay, or let's say a case study that which has been done by Tableau. Okay, so everybody knows about the pandemic situation that which we have right now, which is the COVID-19, right? So now there is another one which is coming like a version 2.0, right? So how we are maintaining the data? Okay, let's say that right now we have like nearly like crores of people that who got infected, and nearly like 70% of the people who got cured, and still there are like 5 to 6% of deaths that which came because of this COVID. Okay, so how are we telling these details, right? So right now, let's say that if we are in India, we will be getting from our local news station or else from the government website saying like these many cases has come in, and these are the current active cases, and these in these areas we have more count of COVID cases, right? But how we are managing all those data, right? So if it is for one state, let's say for a one city or else for a certain area, it is possible for a local government team to have a look, have an entry of all those details, and they can able to provide. And we have like nearly like more cities, and also in India we have like more than like 100 crores of population, right? So how are we handling all those data, right? So, and not only that, let's go for world level. If you go for, you have like millions of people who is present, and we don't know how many of them has got cases also. So when this pandemic situation came in, what happened is like there were many small organizations, let's say there are some few smaller organizations which they themselves have started taking the counts. Okay, so let's say that for today's 11th of January, so for 11th of January we had like 1,000 new cases, and out of that the previous one we had like 2,000 members has been discharged, and like 100 persons has been passed away. Okay, so these are the cases. There are many multiple number of small organizations, or let's say that small data collecting units have been creating multiple new data. And what happened is like, because of that also there was a pandemic situation in US, because one of the news center, okay, they have showed the wrong data, because they have looked into some local data collecting unit. So because of that, what happened is like in that certain area alone, there were many discrepancies on this data, and there was a problem because of that. Okay, so in order to make these things clear, what Tableau did is, and there were some multiple reports also which has been created in the public. Okay, like using Tableau, there were multiple Tableau public reports were created using multiple different data. And what happened is, many news sources has taken data from this Tableau. So which have, what happened is like, because of this, there were Tableau was becoming like a main source for all the COVID cases in US. Okay, for example, I'm saying it. So what Tableau did is, instead of getting it from separate users, what they did is they had a direct tie-up with, let's say, World Health Organizations, and also each country's government repository. Okay, so what they did is they collected all the data, and also from the local, and they just did a reassurance whether this data is correct or not, and they will upload the data. Okay, so because of that, what happened is like, all the data that whichever that which was used by the news center, or let's say like students, even there are many students who created some reports using the COVID data from the government source. Okay, so those people have started using the data sources from Tableau, and it is also an open source where you can able to download it. It's like a CSV file. Okay, so what happened is like, from that they were able to download, and there were some few attractive reports which has been currently been used right now. And along with that, even more scientists, what they did is, using those data, they made a predictive analysis where you can able to do it in Tableau. Okay, it's one of the functionality which is present in Tableau, so where you can able to predict how the data will be. So that is how, even if you see it in many news stations, they would have tell you like, so if you are not wearing mask, then the count will be going like 10%, or it will be higher than the current one. So those are the things which comes up is based on this predictive analysis. I've been telling about Tableau. I haven't shown you what Tableau is and how the Tableau looks like, right? So you have to install it. This is a Tableau desktop application where you can able to access the report. You can create the report using this application. Okay, I'll give you detail about what are the Tableau products that which is available after the demo session. Okay, so this is Tableau. Okay, so this is a UI where you can able to see only to a file, which is nothing but, as I told you earlier, you can able to connect to Excel, JSON file, text file, even PDF file, and also to multiple servers. Okay, so this is a limited version, so you will be able to see only these local files alone, that which you can able to connect. Okay, so what I'm doing is, I have a sample data over here. So this is a superstore data. Okay, which is a sample data which comes up along with the Tableau product. Okay, so what is this Excel is? Okay, so this is actually store data. So let's say that you have a store where for each day there will be multiple sales that which will be happening, right? So this is a superstore where you can see there are multiple states. There are multiple stores. What they do is like, they have it in different regions. Let's say north, south, east, west. They are categorizing it into 4. And in each cities in US, there are multiple cities where they have the stores. So in order to make sure that all the data has been collaborated and to show to everyone. So we have this data over here. Okay, so here it is nothing but all the orders will be available. So what are the orders that has been placed in Superstore will be present in this. What is the quantity of the order, and what is the sales, and what is the profit that which we have received. So all those details will be available over here. So I'm going to use this Excel data. Now how to connect to this Excel file. Okay, so once you open, this is the default view that which you get. Okay, and when I click on this Microsoft Excel, and I can able to go select the sample Superstore data. So what Tableau does is it first executes and stores a temporary data in Tableau itself. Okay, so this is the UI once after you load the data, and you can see you have multiple sheets over here, because in this Excel also we have multiple sheets, orders, returns, and also peoples. So the same way you also have these different sheets. As of now, I'm going to only use the orders, for example. Okay, so what I have to do is I just need to click on this, drag it, and put it over here. Okay, so what Tableau does is it just shows you a default of 1,000 rows of data over here, so that here you can see, okay, what are the columns that you have, and in case if you need to make any changes on the data type. Okay, because this is one of the major impact that which we get every time when you create a report, or else let's say that whenever you create a report you have this problem. Let's say that when you are loading the data, sometimes in the database or else in the Excel, the data type format, let's say it's if it is a number format, and if it is in a string, it is you will not be able to make the correct calculation in Excel too, right? So the same way it happens in each and every BI tools. Okay, so this is the one, and here you can see the country, city, and also its state. Okay, now I'm going into to create a report. So the first report that which I'm going to create is based on the state. Okay, so this data is mostly for the United States. Okay, so this has all these states and also what are the cities that which we have. Okay, so all these details will be present in this. So now you can see this data has been, the table data that whichever is in the data source has been categorized here is a two different panes. Okay, so here you have it as a tables, so where you can see all the text file, I mean the string data type, or else or geographical area, or else it's a date. All those things will be present in the top, and in the bottom you will have all the numerical formats. Let's say that discount, profit, quantity, all those things will be in the bottom, so that it will be easy for you to make a differentiation on what is that fields that you needed. Okay, so that is one thing. So first, as I told you, now we will create a state-wise sales. Okay, how the sales has been made in US. Okay, so what we need to do is we have a state. Okay, yeah, so we have this state field, and you can see a round icon in the left hand. Okay, which is nothing but it's a geographical notification. I mean, what it does is like Tableau has a feature in itself saying like if you place a country name, or else if you place a state name, it automatically recognizes its name and it shows you it's if it is a geographical field. Okay, so now what I do is I just drag this and put this state field in the center. So what happens is it automatically creates you a chart. Okay, where it creates a map chart, right? So now you can say this is the USA map, and where you can able to see each state with the details. Now let's say that you don't need a dot, you need a map where you could able to see it clearly. Okay, so we have this mods functionality, where if you click on this, you have this option called map. When you select it, it fills the each state so that you can be able to see all the states separately. Okay, now as I told you earlier, I need to see the total sales of each state. Okay, so what I have to do is it's a simple one. So you just select the sales, drag it, and put it in the label. So what happens is it automatically makes you a calculation of total sum, and it shows in the chart. Okay, and now if you see this, it's just a simple chart where you can see all the total sum, I mean total sales, all those things. Now let's say I need it to be colorful, and I need to see which is the lowest sales and also the highest sales. So these things I need to see. So this is also a simple thing. Again, you just select the sales, drag it, and place it in the colors. So what it does is it automatically creates a color, vibrant colors based on the sale value. So if you can see here, so this is the lowest value. Okay, 920 is the lowest value. Okay, the 920 is over here, which is North Dakota. Okay, where the total sales that has been done is like $920, and the maximum sales is like 4,57,000, which is in the California. So which this is very easier for you to understand. Okay, now let's say that you need to make a change in the color. Okay, so what I can do is I can click on this color, click edit colors, and you have multiple different variants over here. Okay, so these are some of the default color variations that which you can provide. And let's say that if you need to make any changes in this also, you can able to make it. Okay, so for example, right now, since it is a sale, that how it has been happened, I'm selecting the green color. Okay, and I'm clicking apply. So what happened, now you can see everything in the green color. And let's say that if you want to make another different colors in this, okay, so what I can do is I can make it as like two colors. Okay, so orange and gold. Okay, so what it does is here you can able to see the different variations in the colors. Okay, so I mean the sales, that how it has happened. So that is one thing. Now this is like the total sales at which you are able to see it over here. Now let's say that many people what will say is like, I need it based on the currency that which is for this country. For this US, it will be like dollars, right? So what I can do is I can do a right click, click on this, and you have a default properties and number formatting. So here you can able to set up the currency. So here you have the local currency as English, US currency, which will be in dollars, and you can able to see the format which is present in the dollars, right? So this is one of the thing. And let's say that no, I don't want to see this, I want to see it in the profit level. I don't want these colors to be present in the sales, I want it to be present in the profit level. Means, yeah, we can able to do that. I will just remove this and I'll just place this profit over here. So what happens now, you can able to see which country has the most profit over here. Okay, so even though the sales for this North Dakota is very low, but they had a profit of $230 compared to compared to the investment that which they have made. Okay, so this is one of the example chart that which we could able to create.